Welcome to 2026 Vintage Lovers. I'm Sandra Young, and I have decided to start a little project in this new year to highlight my vintage collection. As you can see behind me, I have a huge collection. I've been gathering it for 30 some years, and pieces have come and gone, but I've got a ton of it. And I know you're not supposed to hang everything. It depends on the age and how stable it is. Older pieces, like the one I'm going to show off today, I don't have them hanging. They are laid out flat or rolled acid-free paper. I know all those tricks about how you store vintage clothing because you want to keep it. It's something to cherish. That's why I decided to do this. Instead of just me seeing these pieces in my basement once in a while or using them as part of my author branding, I do have a series of books called Divine Vintage. And of course, vintage fashion is part of the wraparound with the romance, the historical mystery, and the ghostly sizzle. And they have dual timelines. I love vintage. I love going back into the past. And this piece I'm wearing today is one of my very favorites. So decided I would start to do this series with this piece because it is so magnificent. I mean, it is covered with fringe, long fringe, and my guess is 1919-ish into early 20s. Now, if anybody knows different, I am not saying I'm the expert of everything, but I've done a lot of research into vintage clothing and I do have knowledge, but I would love to hear from people who, have other insights for sure. Partly what you look at is the construction, you look at the silhouettes, and this piece is just one long tube of a dress. And if you can see, it's just got this fabulous, fabulous fringe all the way down to your ankles. It would have been the most fun party dress. And then you've got the little bolero jacket here that just goes on. The bolero jacket's got handmade little shoulder pads in it. And again, looking at this construction and this material, it's a crepey, thin crepey material, which is in really great shape considering the age. I mean, we're talking almost 100 years or more. Anyway, this is a piece that I thought I'd start out my weekly vintage, Divine Vintage Reel series. And just quick history. I picked this up 1995, Michigan City, Indiana, where I live in this county, and it was the Salvation Army. You used to be able to get great deals at Goodwill, Salvation Army auctions. Not so much anymore. People know the value of vintage clothing. So I walk in, and this is like a lump on the floor, unmarked, and I'm like, oh my. And so I say, what's the price on this? Mind you, it's Salvation Army. Things didn't go for much. They said, ooh, our manager's not here. We'll have to check on that. Well, when I came back in, she said $50. High, high price for Salvation Army, but it's a great cause. I didn't balk at it. I said, okay, I'm going to do that $50 because I know this dress is worth it and the cause is great. So anyway, I hope you'd concur that this was a great buy. I mean, again, I just love this piece. I hope you appreciate it too. And if nothing else, this has given me an opportunity to pull it out of the storage and show it off to people. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back next week.